For 7 decades, the US dollar has been the world's financial superhero, untouchable, unquestionable, and apparently immortal. But at the 2024 BRICS Summit, half the world's population just discovered its kryptonite. And unlike most financial stories, this one doesn't begin on Wall Street or in London's Square Mile. It begins with a group of nations tired of asking permission to spend their own money. In what future historians might mark as the moment the financial world's tectonic plate shifted, the expanded BRICS alliance has unveiled 2 revolutionary initiatives that could fundamentally reshape how nearly half the world conducts trade and financial transactions. As one Chinese delegate remarked with the characteristic understatement, the sun is setting in the west, but that only means it's rising in the east. From the gleaming skyscrapers of Shanghai to the bustling markets of Mumbai, from the energy powerhouses of Moscow to the trading hubs of Dubai, a new financial architecture is taking shape. The expanded BRICS alliance, now representing an astounding 45% of the global population and controlling 37% of the world's economy, has moved beyond rhetoric to action. Their latest summit in Kazan wasn't just another diplomatic gathering. It was the launchpad for what could be the most significant challenge to Western financial dominance since the Bretton Woods Agreement. According to the detailed implementation timeline revealed at the summit, this transformation will begin sooner than many expected. March 2025 will see the initial rollout of BRICS Pay across the founding member states. Indian Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman noted with a subtle smile, "Sometimes the best response to exclusion is to build something better." By June 2025, the system will expand to include new BRICS members, with full integration of all member states' financial infrastructure planned for completion by December 2025. At the heart of this financial revolution lies BRICS Pay, a groundbreaking decentralized payment system that promises to transform how member nations conduct cross-border trade. This isn't just another digital payment solution, it's a complete reimagining of international financial transactions. By leveraging blockchain technology and integrating existing national payment infrastructures, BRICS Pay creates a seamless network that allows member nations to trade in their local currencies, effectively bypassing the US dollar. Brazilian President Lula da Silva pointedly remarked during the summit, "Why should we need permission from Washington to trade with our partners? The time for financial colonialism is over." The implications are profound and far-reaching. Consider this. An Indian manufacturer purchasing raw materials from Brazil, or a Chinese technology firm selling components to South Africa. Previously, these transactions would have required conversion to US dollars, subjugating them to American oversight and potential sanctions. With BRICS Pay, these trades can now occur directly in local currencies through a secure and transparent blockchain network. Chinese Commerce Minister Wang Wentao wryly observed during the summit's trade panel, "It's rather like finally removing a persistent middleman who's been taking a cut of every transaction at the world's largest marketplace." But BRICS Pay is just the opening salvo in what appears to be a carefully orchestrated campaign to dismantle dollar hegemony. The summit's true bombshell came with the announcement of BRICS Clear, a unified clearing and settlement system based on distributed ledger technology. This bold initiative directly challenges the Western monopoly of Euroclear and Clearstream, which have long served as the backbone of international security settlement. The implementation timeline, revealed by Russia's finance minister Anton Siluanov, is remarkably aggressive. Technical infrastructure deployment begins January 2025, with the first pilot transactions scheduled for April, and full system launch by September 2025. "We're not just building a new road," Siluanov remarked. "We're creating an entirely new transportation system for the world's wealth." The timing of these incidents is no coincidence. In the wake of unprecedented Western sanctions against Russia following the Ukraine conflict, BRICS nations have witnessed firsthand how the current dollar-centric financial system can be weaponized. The freezing of Russia's foreign reserves and its exclusion from SWIFT served as a wake-up call not just for Moscow, but for every nation seeking to maintain financial sovereignty in an increasingly multipolar world. Iran's central bank governor put it bluntly during a particularly pointed panel discussion. "When your neighbor's house is on fire because someone cut off their water supply, you don't just sympathize, you build your own well." What makes these new systems particularly formidable is their technological foundation. The implementation of distributed ledger technology, DLT, ensures not just security and transparency, but also immunity from external interference. Every transaction is recorded across a decentralized network, making the system virtually impossible to manipulate or shut down. During the technical briefing, Chinese technology experts revealed that the system can process up to 100,000 transactions per second, prompting one Indian delegate to quip, "It seems we've built a Ferrari while the West is still trying to convince everyone that horse-drawn carriages are the future of transportation." The expanded BRICS membership has added crucial strategic depth to these initiatives. UAE's finance minister, speaking at the summit, emphasized how the addition of major oil producers transforms the global energy trade landscape. For decades, oil has been priced in dollars because there was no alternative. Now, we're not just creating an alternative, we're creating a better way. The integration timeline for new members is ambitious but methodical. Egypt will be integrated by July 2025, followed by Ethiopia in August, and Iran and the UAE completing the network by October 2025. Initial projections from the BRICS Economic Research Institute suggest these systems could increase intra-BRICS trade by 5 to 7% in their first year alone, a figure that South African Trade Minister Ibrahim Patel called conservatively optimistic. By 2026, the share of non-dollar denominated trade between BRICS nations is expected to exceed 50%, a milestone that would have seemed unthinkable just a few years ago. As one Chinese economist noted with a characteristic understatement, the dollar's dominance may not end with a bang, but it certainly won't end with a whimper. More likely with a quiet hum of servers processing blockchain transactions. The reaction from Western financial centers has been a mixture of dismissal and growing concern. A senior European banker speaking on condition of anonymity admitted, "We've spent years telling ourselves that there's no alternative to the dollar-based system. It seems the BRICS nations took that as a challenge rather than a fact." The implementation of these systems isn't just about creating new financial plumbing, it's about fundamentally realigning global economic power. Critics argue that the deep economic ties between BRICS nations and the West make a complete break impossible. Former Bank of Russia official Oleg Vian has noted the practical challenges of severing these long-term established relationships. However, as Chinese President Xi Jinping pointed out in his summit address, the goal isn't to build walls, but to build bridges that we control. The BRICS initiatives don't require an immediate or complete separation from Western financial systems. Instead, they create parallel structures that can be gradually expanded and strengthened, allowing member nations to reduce their dollar dependency at their own pace. The implications for global trade are staggering. As more nations join or align with the BRICS financial network, the dollar's role in international trade faces unprecedented decline. The summit revealed that 12 additional countries have already expressed interest in joining the network by 2026. Brazil's central bank president remarked, with a hint of amusement, "It seems the club everyone said would never work is now the club everyone wants to join." Perhaps most significantly, these developments signal a fundamental shift in global economic power. The Western-dominated financial order, established after World War II, is giving way to a more multipolar system, where economic influence is distributed across multiple centers of power. This transformation isn't just about banking or finance, it's about the future of global economic governance. As Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi observed in his closing remarks, the world is too diverse and too complex for any single nation to serve as its financial gatekeeper. For the United States, the stakes couldn't be higher. The dollar's reserve currency status has long provided America with what former French President Valéry Giscard d'Estaing famously called an exorbitant privilege, the ability to run persistent deficits while maintaining economic dominance. As BRICS Pay and BRICS Clear gain traction, this privilege faces its most serious challenge yet. A senior American economist speaking at a parallel conference in Washington admitted with remarkable candor, "We've treated the dollar's dominance like a law of nature, forgetting that even the laws of finance can be rewritten." The impact is already visible in global financial markets. Recent data presented at the summit reveals a startling shift. Central banks worldwide have reduced their dollar holdings by 18% since early 2024, while increasing their reserves in BRICS currencies. China's yuan, once a bit player in international finance, now accounts for 15% of global trade settlements. As Russia's central bank governor Riley noted, the financial world is discovering that there's life beyond the dollar, and it's more vibrant than anyone imagined. The December 2024 meeting of BRICS central bank officials looms as a crucial milestone. Technical teams from all member states are working around the clock to resolve integration challenges, while legal experts address the complex regulatory requirements across jurisdictions. The summit revealed an unprecedented level of coordination, with over 300 technical experts and 150 legal specialists deployed across member states. It's like conducting an orchestra where every musician is playing a different instrument, remarked one Brazilian official, but somehow we're creating a symphony. Looking ahead, the roadmap is clear. By June 2025, BRICS Pay will process its first live transactions. September will see the launch of BRICS Clear, and by December 2025, the full system will be operational across all member states. The timeline may seem ambitious, but as Chinese tech mogul Jack Ma observed during a summit side event, when you're building the future, speed is your ally. The West took decades to build their financial systems. We have the advantage of building ours for tomorrow, not yesterday. The technological sophistication of these systems bears emphasis. The summit's technical sessions revealed that BRICS Clear will utilize quantum-resistant encryption, making it future-proof against even the most advanced security threats. The system's architecture, designed by a multinational team of experts, incorporates artificial intelligence for real-time risk assessment and fraud detection. As one Indian tech leader quipped, "We're not just building a new financial highway, we're building one that flies." The environmental impact hasn't been overlooked either. Unlike traditional blockchain systems, the BRICS financial infrastructure employs a novel consensus mechanism that reduces energy consumption by 99% compared to conventional systems. "We're not just creating a new financial world," declared South Africa's environment minister. "We're ensuring it's a sustainable one." As we witness this historic transformation, one thing becomes crystal clear. The world is entering a new era of financial multipolarity. The dollar's dominance, long considered an immutable fact of global finance, faces its most serious challenge yet. The success of BRICS Pay and BRICS Clear could mark the beginning of a new chapter in economic history, one where financial power is no longer concentrated in Western hands, but distributed across a more diverse and balanced global network. The unfolding drama of BRICS financial initiatives represents more than just a challenge to dollar dominance. It's a blueprint for a new world order. As these systems move from concept to reality, they're not just changing how money moves around the world. They're rewriting the rules of global economic power. Russian President Putin's closing remarks at the summit captured this historic moment. Today, we're not just launching new financial systems. We're launching a new era in global finance, where no single nation can hold the world's economy hostage. For those watching from the towers of Wall Street or the corridors of Washington, the message is clear: adapt or become irrelevant. As one Chinese delegate noted in the summit's final session, with characteristic subtlety, the financial world is like a game of chess. The West has been playing with the advantage of extra pieces for decades. Now we're simply restoring balance to the board. The implications will resonate far beyond banking and finance, reshaping geopolitics, trade relationships, and the very nature of global power for generations to come. The BRICS nations have moved beyond talking about change. They're actively creating it. As the UAE's finance minister observed in the summit's closing ceremony, the future of finance isn't a destination we're traveling toward. It's a reality we're building today. And so as the sun sets on the era of uncontested dollar hegemony, a new dawn breaks over the global financial landscape. The question is no longer whether the dollar's dominance will fade, but how gracefully the West will adapt to a world where it no longer writes all the rules. As Brazil's president concluded with a knowing smile, the future belongs to those who build it, not those who try to prevent it from coming. For the first time since the end of World War II, the architecture of global finance is being fundamentally redrawn. And this time, the architects aren't just Western powers. They represent nearly half the world's population and more than a third of its economy. The message from the 2024 BRICS Summit echoes across the global financial landscape. The monopoly is over. The game has changed, and the future of finance will be written in many currencies, not just one.